The first step for this is a cell phone append. In other words, the concept here is to take your existing customer file and append cell phone numbers to your customer file. Now, there's a few ways that the match can be done. The match can be done via postal address or the home phone number. So think of those retail operations that only have collected over the years just a home telephone number as part of point of sale. So the match can be done on the home telephone number as well. So the concept here is to append cell phone numbers into the house file. Average match rate is between 30 and 35%. Now, after the match is done, and this is very important and part of the process, after the match is done, we do a permission push. And at the bottom, you see like a sample text message that would be sent out. After the match is done, a push goes out saying, for example, you have been selected to receive special offers from Macy's. To stop receiving, text stop. Stop here is the keyword to 88202, which is a short code. So as we do the matching and the append process, we give individuals an opportunity to opt out. And then once that's done, that net file, after that permission push, that's returned back to you. The cost, and as far as costs and whatnot on these services, I'm going to share. Actually, up at the top, in the topic header, you have links, and it says up there at the top for quote. You can click on that tiny URL, which will do a redirect to the get more information form on the mobile mailbox website. So we can work with you and give you quotations on all the services that I'm speaking about right now. But basically, it's the cost on this is based on a CPM on the net names that are matched after the permission push. All right, and then the data is sent back for reintegration back into your own house file. Now, all right, so once the append is done, what we can do is maintain a sparse version of the customer file on our secure servers. And when I mean a sparse, just a stripped down version of the house file. We don't need the whole record. All we really need is the first name, the zip code if you want to do some geo-targeting. We're going to maintain obviously the cell phone number, and then we'll maintain a unique ID code that matches back to either your database or, in the case of an agency working with a client, your client's database. And the reason for this is to facilitate step 2. So here we've done the append. Data is sent back to the client with the cell phone numbers, and then we have a sparse copy of the house file kept on our secure server. So now step 2 of this will be pushing SMS text messages to your own customers, to your own install base. All right. And certainly, while I can spend a hell of a lot of time on the technobabble on the back end that is used to push out the messages, I mean, the good news is that I don't have to. We have a whole turnkey platform that's in place to make it very easy, very simple. You provide us with a 140-character text message. SMS text messages are maxed out at 160 characters, but 20 characters are reserved for the opt-out. So it lets, even though they're a customer, it still gives them the ability to opt out of messages at any time. All right, and that's just good protocol and compliant with the Mobile Marketing Association and DMA, and like I said, just makes common sense to give people the option to opt out. But basically, you provide us with a 140-character text message as well as the date and time of the push, and then we handle the rest. And think about the uses here in an installed base situation for upsell programs or product or service cross-selling programs. Certainly this brings a whole new level to customer retention and continuity programs, branding programs, customer survey programs. Here's one, the mobile coupon delivery, or M-coupons as they're being referred to in the various trade publications. Certainly new product announcements, subscription renewal programs, surveys, and here's one that is an interesting deployment. How about collection activities as well? Now, as far as a call to action is concerned, so we send out the message. There's a couple of ways that we can do a call to action. You can have the recipient enter a specific keyword reply, or in other words, text in the keyword to a specific short code for more action to take place. So an example could be texting back, "quote me." The recipient would text back, "quote me," to, short code, 88345. And then we can then match back who wants the quote to the sparse file, because we're holding that unique ID code on our servers. So after the campaign goes out and there are responses coming back, we have that ID code that lets you match back to your own customer file for the follow-up. With the newer generation mobile devices, or we can't really call them cell phones anymore, mobile devices, mobile computing devices. Most of the newer and more sophisticated ones are browser enabled. So another type of call to action is that you can have someone click through to a WAP site, and a WAP site is a landing page or a web page that's formatted to be displayed properly on a mobile device. All right, so we can send them to a landing page, and that gives a very highly interactive and engaging experience for the recipient. Another thing that can be done is you could also push a code, and then just basically, when people get home, they can send them to a special area on your own homepage. They put the code in, and that redirects them to a specific landing page to receive special offers. So there's multiple ways that you can interact, and certainly for the retail oriented clients, pushing a mobile coupon where you drive them to the store, and they basically, at the point of sale, they're holding up their mobile device saying, "Here's my coupon, I want my discount." And of course, step 3 is prospecting for new customers. As I said, we have 110 million records in that database, which can be used for doing some data mining. And there is selection criteria in the base. Certainly we have geography, because we have the full postal address, so we can target by city, state, zip. We can do radius swings. I mean, think of something like a museum that's opening up a new section or a new gallery, etc., in the museum, and they want to do a 30-mile swing to the zip code of the museum. I mean, there's a perfect example of something that can help drive some traffic. Maybe there would be a mobile coupon code that would give them a 10 or a 15% discount on entry. All right, so we have obviously the full geography. We also have gender. We have the date of birth. We have income levels, whether they're a homeowner. We have ethnicity. We have their primary language that's spoken. We have identification of sports enthusiasts, investors, travelers, and we can even also even select by the specific cell carrier that they're using. And for the most part, this data is self-reported data taken in from surveys and warranty registrations and whatnot. And all of that data, when it's aggregated and collected, they've been opted in to receive third-party offers. So let's take for an example. Let me see if I have. Yeah, so here an example here. Let me just adjust that slide. Okay, so from ABC Inc., bring this to any store and get $15 off any $50 or more purchase. Coupon code 1414 with a valid date range. We give them a 3-day window, and then of course the standard opt out. So whether it's you're mining your own customer file, or you're mining records from the 110 million name database, the mobile mailbox database, there's always a way for someone to get out of getting more of these types of offers. Other examples, Lucky Jeans did a back-to-school offer for $25 off a $100 purchase. Bring phone to receive the discount, and this went out to individuals just with an age range, 18 to 22. Another promotion was the Hard Rock Casino. And this went out to the install base. Then the offer that was pushed to their mobile devices was a $50 free play and free entrance. And this was for a New Year's Eve event to drive some traffic in for just a New Year's Eve celebration. This was for the Hard Rock down here in South Florida.